Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of NasCard Radio. This is episode 195 of NasCard Radio, where trading cards and racing meet. I'm your pal Val, and with me is the man, the myth, the legend, PSA, and White Castle Hall of Famer, Logan. How are you tonight?
Well, shucks, I'm feeling kind of corny.
Sometimes you're like that. I got it.
Yeah.
Got a great show for everybody today. We're going to do the racing recap. We're going to check in on tops now, F1. See what offerings they have from there and possible print runs from last week. Also on that same line there, we're going to check with the Parkside Pronto for IndyCar.
Yes.
uh, we want to talk about Toyota has a track giveaway and some of those cards there, and what information we know about those. And then to honor Father's Day coming up, we have little combos we'll share with everybody.
Yep. Some father-son combos. So it's going to be in the Cup Series, of course.
And then we'll finish the show with King's Court and our NasCard Radio Crew Member of the Week.
All right. Sounds like a wiener.
Yeah, it's a lot to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I want to thank our sponsor, Panini America, and shout outs to Kyle Katz, Scott Boys, Jason Freeman, Skid Marks, Misha Wines, Beans, Ballcard Blog, and Dylan311 for the YouTube comments. We read them, so please leave them.
So I want to know, is it Dylan 311 or Dylan 311?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, at least it's not 112. I found out that's like 911 over in, I guess, Dublin. But
Oh, wow.
Henry Winkler apparently was staying at a hotel, and they got had a fire department come or whatever. So anyway,
Way to go, Fonzie.
yeah. So he was on the news over there talking about the fire at the hotel. So anyway, all the strange, crazy things you learn on NASCAR radio. So
Yeah.
who knew?
Useless information. That's great.
Then you found the right place.
Yep.
Also, on that vein, please help us by subscribing and sharing the show. We greatly appreciate it. To spread the word.
Yes. NASCAR Radio wants you.
All right. So let's go to the racing recap. Let me push a few buttons here. Over at the Camping World Truck Series, they were off. They're still off. The next race number 13, is going to be the Reckley Roofing 200 at Nashville Speedway, and that's going to be Friday, June 28th at 8 p.m. So still got a few weeks for that. They're enjoying their summer so far.
Yeah, they went on a cruise. God, who knows what they've been doing?
I don't know. Maybe they're watching F1 or IndyCar. I don't know, but
You never know.
all right. Over at the Xfinity Series, that was race number 14, and that was a zip by now, pay later 250. That was Saturday, June 8th at Sonoma Raceway. Shane Van Gisbergen was our winner. Highest finisher rookie was Shane Van Gisbergen at position 1 for the second week in a row.
Makes it easy.
Yes, he does. He's locking up that rookie of the year for Xfinity.
Yeah, he's going to definitely be rookie of the year. He's killing it, man.
I thought Jesse Love maybe give him a run for money. Haley Deegan, I don't know where she's at,
but I don't even know how or what or why or whatever to comment about Haley right now. She's just, I mean, they don't even talk about her hardly unless something happens and she's in an accident.
well, that's every day. That's every race.
Okay, that's every week, but still.
I think her car can find the accident. But I was gonna say it's like Kit, but for accidents.
Yes.
Anyway, Shane Van Gisbergen. So far, all he has is a 2013 the V8 Supercars, not Superstars, Supercars, card number 26, which is on your left, and then 54, which is on your right.
Yeah, and those are hard cards to find too.
They are. I can't remember exactly the print run. I think it was like 500 sets. I don't remember what I told you, but is that a like New Zealand, Australia, or something? It was a box set with 2 autographs um, in that box. So it's a tough one.
It is. I'd love to have a box of those.
Same here. Yeah, so highest finished rookie and winner. So
Yeah, there
Shane
you go.
Van Gisbergen.
Quick and
And
easy.
yeah, the next race number 15, that's the High V Perks 250 Iowa Speedway, Saturday, June 15th at 3:30 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, that's going to be good to see NASCAR coming back to Iowa. So I'm glad for that.
hmm And moving over to the Cup Series, that was race number 16, and that was the Toyota Save Mart 350, and that was Sunday, June 9th at Sonoma Raceway. And Kyle Larson was our winner. Highest finished rookie was Zane Smith at position 16.
That was some incredible strategy on Kyle Larson's teams. On their on it was just incredible strategy. They it was well thought out.
They put it into the supercomputer there, AI, and popped out their results for the win.
Yeah, I think they consulted Chat GPT.
So, yeah, I wonder how train those models for that. But anyway, Kyle Larson. Yep, they're showing through. Okay, talked about him a few times over the years. The 2013 Press Pass Fanfare. He has a base card there with the different parallels and magnificent materials, autographs as well. And then also 2013 Panini, right? 2013 Press Pass Total Memorabilia base card there, and parallels and Rising Stars autographs.
Those P words kind of get you confused.
I'm telling, yeah, well, yeah. So yeah, that stuff, those are kind of drying up, hard to find. So
Yeah, all those things. I mean, the fanfare is hard to find. I mean, that especially is just tough. Period.
yep. So he's on his way, I think, for a second championship, man.
If he keeps going like he's going, he's going to be a lock, I think, for it.
And then our highest finishing rookie, Zane Smith, position 16. 2018 Dunras, next in line, and a few parallels of that. Also 2018 Dunras Signature Series. Also in 2018 Panini Certified with certified next signatures. And 2018 Panini Prime with clear silhouettes. And base in 2018 Panini Victory Lane card number 40 with the parallels and printing plates, but no autographs in Victory Lane.
Yeah, he tried to put his hands on his hips, but he kind of didn't.
Okay. Kind of did, but he didn't.
He's kind of got his hands that's like sticking out. It's like, okay, I'll try.
All right. The next race number 17, that's the Iowa Corn 350 at Iowa Speedway. And that's Sunday, June 16th, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, that race is going to pop.
It sure is. It's a late race.
Yeah,
And let's see, that's it for that. And let's Formula One. That was Sunday, June 9th. That was the Canadian Grand Prix. And that was, did I say already? Yeah, Sunday, June 9th. And Max Verstappen was our winner.
yeah, go figure. But Lando Calrissian Norris got hosed, I think, by the safety car. I think he was like right there when the safety car came out, and he just didn't get into the pits, and everybody else behind him pitted, and Max came out, and of course the safety car picked him up, slowed him down, and when he went into the pits, he came out third, and he ended up second. So, yeah, I thought for sure. I said, well, here we go. It's going to be win number 2 for Lando, but it just wasn't to be.
Yeah, it shows the differential was like 3.879 seconds, and George Russell was third, 4.3, and then Lewis Hamilton. So you have second, third, and fourth British nationality.
Yep.
And let's see. All right, we haven't talked about Max Verstappen's cards in a while.
Yeah, we've kind of glossed over them the last couple times.
Well, hit some of the highlights. So one of the ones that I think is I guess undervalued or whatever is the 2020 tops now Formula One card number 23 that has a print run of 4,047, which I don't know if you say it's high or not, but print on demand. But you can get it for, like I say, $20 or less. So
Yeah, it's cheap, man. I don't know why it's so cheap. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, with the climate of Formula One trading cards, you'd think it would be a lot more than that.
so he's on his way to, I think, his fourth championship.
Oh yeah, he's going to
So
have 4 championships. I think he'll have at least 7 before he's done too.
I think
Just
things are going to shake up next year. So we'll have to see how that goes. Um, but anyway, some of his prices are down. You can kind of cherry pick for some of it. But the 2020 tops Chrome Formula One, there's 13 cards and one image variation. There's also the TurboTax, the tops F1 stickers, and then also the Dynasty stuff. So, which is super higher end if you haven't don't know anything about Formula One cars. Dynasty is big stuff. So,
yeah, and that sticker, go back, that sticker card right there. That's the Grecian formula variation where he's got the darker hair.
right. Everything else he's got the hat on,
Yeah,
other than the image variation where he's kneeling there. But
yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, I don't know if with prices coming down for Mac stuff long term.
Well, I mean, you say prices are coming down, but I think they're getting to where they really should be. And in fact, they're still high, but it's getting a little bit more palatable
Well, I
for
guess it all
people to
depends
buy
on
'em.
where you're going, right? So, like I was saying, the tops now from 2020 for 12, 15, $20, with a print run of a little over 4,000, as opposed to if you're trying to go after the 2020 Chrome refractor or the image variation and their PSA 10s, yeah, they're going to be high
Yeah,
dollar stuff. So,
yeah, they're still going to be pricey. Agreed, but we've talked about it before. The F1 market is still, in my opinion, overinflated. I mean, it was overinflated to begin with. When it started in 2020, it was way overinflated. It was crazy, but it still is, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. It's getting to
right.
where regular collectors like us can afford some of the cars that we like and want.
I'm laughing because, like, yeah, I'll say cheap, but not necessarily cheap, but more like, you know, we have other expenses we got to worry about,
Oh
spend on
yeah.
cards. Anyway, all right, so let's finish up with F1. Max is still leading in the points over Charles Leclerc at 56 points. So he's picked up some points on him. Lando's still in third. Carlos Sainz in fourth, and then Sergio Perez in fifth. So he's kind of
Oh,
pulling away some a little.
yeah, I would love to see Lando have a surge and beat Max for the next 2 or 3 races and take the lead in the championship. That would be just incredible. But I just don't see that happening.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the wins. Max 6 wins, Leclerc won, Lando won, and Carlos Sainz won. So,
Yeah.
all right, next race is going to be June 23rd. That's race 9, and that's going to be the Grand Prix of Spain at 9 a.m. Eastern. Sunday. And then moving over to IndyCar, that was the Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin Road America, and that was Sunday, June 9th. Will Power was our winner. Man, talk about a melee on the first lap.
Oh yeah, my gosh. I mean, rubbing is racing, I guess.
Man, I was like, whoa, what did I just see? Like the leaders all take themselves out.
I mean, there's no reason to be racing that hard on the first damn lap. I mean, come on. But they do. It's just the nature of racing. It's just the way it is.
That's right. Remind me of that scene in Days of Thunder with the guys in the wheelchair trying to race out of the hospital.
Oh yeah. Yeah. A racer is a racer, no matter what you're racing.
Exactly. All right.
You want
So,
to beat everybody.
all right. Will Power. So I had to build a new slide for him. I don't know if when the last time we talked about him, but
It's been a while.
so I kind of threw this together with some of the earliest cars, like the 2005 Formula, the 198, the one on the top left there. That's those Czechoslovakia cards, I believe. And then in 2008, I don't know, just kind of if people remember or not, that when you go to the Indianapolis 500, I think if you buy a program, they got a coupon to get a like an uncut sheet of cards. And so in 2008, Willpower has one of those. That's that second card from the left. And
Yeah,
then in 2012, Press Pass in the Legends series, he has autographs. So that's the one on the bottom. And his first base card is in 2013, Press Pass Legends. So he has
yeah,
that and the parallels and then also autographs. And that's the one to the right.
yeah. I remember when I came. I think it was when Tyler and I came out to your house, and we came for the Hall of Fame induction. I think that was when Bill Elliott was getting inducted. But anyway, I had some redemptions for Willpower autographs, and they had just got them in. We went to the press pass office and sat down there and talked to everybody, and they said, "Hey, yeah, we do have these things in." So I think that card number one that you're showing right now, I think that's my card actually.
It might be. You might have sent that to me somewhere, but I had it. I had it in my picture library. So that's Willpower.
Yeah, looking real quick before you go get off of this, I'm looking at the Czechoslovakian 2005 Formula, or however you want to
Hmm.
pronounce that, Formule. What have they got against Renault? Because it says F Renault. I don't know. I don't get
They
it.
just don't like them.
I guess they just don't like them. I mean, whatever. Anyway,
Some,
sorry to,
sometimes they don't like them. All right.
to derail that, but I just saw that it kind of struck me as funny because I like funny cards anyway.
Gotcha. So next race number 8, it's going to be Sunday, June 23rd. That's going to be the WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. That's going to be the Firestone Grand Prix of Monterey, and that's going to be 6 p.m. Eastern.
That'd be a good race.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I got for Racing Recap.
Cool. All right. So
All right.
what's up? What's up next?
What's up next is please help us by subscribing and sharing the show.
Yes, NASCAR
That's
Radio wants you.
all right. Let's go to the tops now. Just kind of peek in there real quick for those who partake and subscribe to those. We have cards 24 to 27 available till June 20th. And you see Max Verstappen and George Russell produce historic dead heat in qualifying. The 60th victory for Formula One career. For Max, there's George Russell and Daniel Ricciardo. And then for the archive, I don't know if we talked about these. There's some. I think it was cards 19. Yeah, I think it was card 19. So there's 6,167, 1,177, 834 for Alex Albon, and 2,066 for the Ferrari. And then the tribute to Senna, which I thought would do better. It only had 1464. So
Yeah, I'm surprised about that. A lot of people are going to be sad when Alex Albon wins the championship and they only bought 834 cards.
yeah, I don't know about that. He's gonna have to go on a tear.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, just want to, for those who do the Tops Now F1, just wanted to bring that to everybody's attention. And then let's go over to Parkside. Let's see. So I think we talked about, we had the Indy 500 qualifying at 402. We had week 7, the Indianapolis 500. That was 489. And then the streets of Detroit were 230. So it's dropped back down. And then this week's week 9 is available till next Thursday.
Yeah, I may have to get some of those.
I think there's 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, this is going to have 7. So that's the Willpower Road America winner. So, which we kind of talked about.
Yeah, and talking about Parkside and the Pronto, I think you got yours today, but I got my packs of the Indy qualifying packs. This is the right before the Indianapolis 500. I got 4 packs. I looked at them because you can look at the sides and count the cards. I didn't get anything special. No
Yeah, I don't think I got anything special either. So,
how many packs did you get?
I think I got 10.
Wow, you got 10 and you didn't get one? I would have thought for sure you would have got one.
I'll have to double check. I didn't pack them, so.
Well, maybe Ken got ours, and that's fine with me.
Anyway, so that's the Pronto. All right.
All right.
And let me collapse that. Okay.
So what? Quick up there. I think we're still on track for Donruss.
Yes, I didn't check, but I think the last time I talked to Misha, we're still looking at June 26th. Give me 1 second. I'll zip over there real quick.
Yeah, that was a couple days ago. I think when we talked with Misha real quick about that. He was actually heading to Charlotte to talk to the teams. Him and his boss, and I think their acquisitions team, were heading to Charlotte for some negotiations with various teams. So maybe we can get the skinny on that. We'll see if he'll let us talk about that.
Yeah, hopefully you get him on the week of Donruss releases. So
yeah,
I was trying to think of like the Oliver Twist. I don't know if it was an Oliver Twist or Oliver's like, please, sir, can I have some sheet metal?
yeah. Yes. Could you please sign this? I would like another autograph, please.
But yeah, so June 26th still on track. So fingers crossed.
Yes, fingers crossed for sure. Can't
Okay.
wait. Hashtag rated rookie Shane Van Gisbergen.
I know. I'm excited to see all the different rated rookies in there. So
yeah.
All right. So that leads us to the Toyota track giveaways.
Yes. I have not been to a race this year. I'm going to Nashville, but apparently, from what we understand, Toyota, because they've had this in the past, where you walk up, there's a nice long line. They have a wheel, you spin the wheel, and you win some kind of prize, like a koozie or, maybe I don't know. I think I won I think I got a Ty freaking Gibbs diecast or something. I can't remember what I got before.
Dang.
But anyway, yeah.
I get a shirt or here's a sticker.
Or a sticker. But I think what they're giving away now, they're giving away these trading cards. And I think we're going to show these here real quick. Shout out to Tim Mousy for sending us these images, by the way. So yeah, it's a 9 card set, and I think Val's got them in alphabetical order. And there's Christopher Bell. It's a pretty neat card. They're they don't look too flimsy. They look like they're pretty decent. I don't know if they come in little packs or, it's probably cello wrapped. I would think. They give you a little pack of cards.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you get the whole set or if it's individuals or not. And like I said, you spin the wheel, and if you get the look of the drawer, that's what I heard. And that's like I said, seen that at countless races and stuff. Not that these, but that they give away that stuff at those vendor sites. So that's going to be outside the track. I don't think you need a ticket to go to that. So
Yeah, no, it's outside the track in the vendor, whatever you want to call it, the vendor alley or vendor whatever it's called. I forget what they call that. But yeah, so yeah, it's got all 9 of the Toyota drivers. Yeah, and there's Bubba. Love me some Bubba. And we've got Denny Hamlin. He's got a white card. It looks like they made it look kind of dirty.
yeah, was curious about that. If that was
Because you look at Jimmy Johnson's, you see the red back there. It's kind of dirty looking.
right.
But it shows Jimmy in his T-shirt, and then there's Eric Jones and John Hunter Nemechek and Tyler Reddick. And then it's got Ty freaking Gibbs. Look at the back of that. I think that's a picture from my son's middle school yearbook.
Yeah.
And Martin Truex Jr.
I think that's all of them.
I think that's it. But yeah, there's 9 cards. Let's see. You've got Gibbs has 4 teams. Legacy has 3. And then 2311's got 2.
Mm-hmm.
So let me do some ciphering on my fingers. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, 9.
They're nice, but like you said about them looking like the dirty, like so that Truex and Hamlin and Jimmy as well.
Yeah.
So, but it's a neat little set.
It
So
is.
there's a back in the, like on the back of the Christopher Bell, I can see the 2/9. So Bubba's first, 1 of 9.
So when I go to the Nashville race in a couple weeks, of course, my son and my daughter-in-law are going with me, and we've actually got VIP passes, which is going to be cool. I can't wait for that. But I'm gonna get them. We're all going to go through this wheel. Maybe we can go through it multiple times, and hopefully get some cards. We'll see how it goes. So I can try to get me and you some, Val.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I'd like to add a set to my collection.
Yep, me too.
So yeah, there's a cool little sneaky card set that got out there. So
Yeah, it's very sneaky. I'm glad to see stuff like that. I'm glad to see, because we know IndyCar did something similar to that, and now, of course, now we've got it in NASCAR with the Toyota drivers. So I'm glad to see that. I'd love to see a lot more of that.
that's where I was going with this. If this could be popular, then maybe Ford does a set, Chevy does a set. So
Yeah, can you imagine a Chevy set with Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott? Wow, that'd be neat.
maybe they'll work with Panini and get some of that shiny stuff. I don't know
It's so shiny. Yeah,
exactly. So I think that's it for the Toyota.
yeah. Shout out again to Tim Mousy. Thanks.
Yes, thank you for. I can't remember. Somebody else had tipped us off. I don't know if it was Jason Freeman, but
It was Jason.
I don't think we had gotten all images, so it was still early in the season. So, but yep.
All
All
right.
right.
So next up, I guess we're going to be talking about Father's Day. Oh yeah, yeah. Please, for the love of God, please help us by subscribing and sharing the show. We really would like that a lot.
Yes, it would help us out a lot. All right, so let's do the Father's Day in honor of Father's Day coming up.
All right. Yeah. Basically, this came from Jason Freeman. He suggested this, and we liked it. What we're going to be showing you guys, we're going to be showing you pretty much the rookie cards of father and sons that have both raced together. You know, not just been in NASCAR, but all these combos are father and sons that have actually raced together in a cup race. So I guess we can get the ball rolling with the very first one. So yeah, and I think again we're going to do these in alphabetical order. So of course you've got Bobby Allison and Davey Allison, and Val, you probably might want to talk about the cards real quick.
Oh, the 1972 STP and the 1988 Max card number 5. That's the first year for Max and first mass produced NASCAR trading card set.
Yeah, and we've talked about it before with the Bobby Allison card. I think after the Fred Lorenzen cards in the STP set, this is probably the next toughest, or maybe almost as tough as the Fred Lorenzen cards.
The Bobby Allison is a tough one.
It really is. And you can see this example right here. This is not one that belongs to us, but you can see it's got a little bit of fraying up there on the top left.
Yeah, probably being in top loader or something. Or not top loader, screw down.
It could have been, but yeah, that's a tough card. But yeah, both of these guys, they of course we all know that they've raced together. In fact, I think they finished 1-2 in the Daytona 500 years ago. So pretty neat.
Awesome.
Yeah. Then we've got the Bakers. We've got Buck and Buddy Baker, and of course they have raced together. Val, that what card is that on the left there?
I don't know that 89 Winter Circle.
It
Yes,
is.
yes, sir. And then of course the 1972 STP Buddy Baker again, like Bobby Allison and Davey Allison, NASCAR Hall of Famers, and the same with Buck Baker and Buddy Baker.
Yeah. So yeah, the first four are all NASCAR Hall of Famers. And that Buddy Baker, that seems to be a more common 72 STP. We see those quite a bit.
Yeah, he's one of the more common. I don't know. We'll have to talk about that when we talk about the 72 STPs. But when Dane Turner got his hands on um, Rayman's images and all that other stuff, there were some of that STPs I think left in there. So some of that came on the market back in what was that, late 80s, I think it was. So
Yeah.
yep.
All right. Next up, we've got the Marlins. We've got Cuckoo Marlin and Sterling Marlin. The Cuckoo Marlin, that's a 89 TG Racing Masters of Racing card. And Cuckoo never won a cup race, but of course we know Sterling, he won back-to-back Daytona 500s and several other races. It took him a little while to get going, but once he got going, he did very well.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. So again, that's the 88 Max set.
Yeah, that's right. That's 88 Max. Yeah, and Cuckoo Marlin. I don't know where Cuckoo came from, but I think that's pretty funny. That's a great name. You have to admit, we just don't have those kind of names in NASCAR these days.
Not anymore, no.
No.
All right, next one I think folks have heard of.
Man, who are them guys? I don't have no idea.
Yeah, so the 83 Uno, Dale Earnhardt Sr., one of his first cards, and of course the 94 Wheels High Gear. That's the day one version by that silver day in the one on the card. So
Yeah, you know what? I just noticed that label doesn't say day one on it.
correct.
So that's a mistake by PSA. Because I had picked one and I was looking purely at labels. I wasn't looking at the card. Interesting, because I was wanting to get a one that wasn't day one, but the day one seemed to be a lot more common. You see a lot
Yeah,
more of those.
just kind of, I don't remember when Steve had that case. He had a case of day one. Sometime in the mid 2010s, I think it was. Me and you bought a lot of that case,
Yeah, we did.
and it was all day one. So that was on the first day when they printed that they all got to day one, and then the rest of them did not have the day one. There's also a gold version of that as well, but
Yeah, and that was tough.
yes, sure is.
Yeah, and that 83 Uno Earnhardt, man, we all know about that card. That's the one that we consider being his rookie card. Um, so that's why we've got that on there right now.
Hmm.
But those are great cards, man. Of course, we know they race together.
Oh yeah, we we saw that in the um. Oh man, the
Yep.
power deck when they were both talking about him being Earnhardt Senior, about junior racing with him in the Cup Series. All right, next one.
And next up, these are a couple fellas that you don't really hear a lot about. You've got Jabe Thomas and you've got Ronnie Thomas. Now, Ronnie Thomas, he was, as you can see on the card, he was the 1978 Rookie of the Year. And his dad ran in the 60s and 70s. Neither one of them ever won a cup race, but they did get to race together. I think it had to be around 77 or 78, I think, is probably when because that was towards the end of Jabe's career, and that's when Ronnie was just starting out. So pretty neat. I love the TG Masters of Racing. That red border really is a nice looking card, and especially with that Rayman photography.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then that wheels, 93 wheels is a good looking card with good photography.
Yeah, I like those cards. I like that rookie Thunder set. Jeff Gordon's in there. There's a lot of great rookie cards in there. That would be a great set to collect. I think you can probably buy it like super cheap.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of rookies in that set, or there's not a lot of draw to it, so there's not a lot of demand for it. But it's a good looking set. I like the card design and the colors, but to your point, you can probably pick it up for a good price. So, all
Yeah, you sure can.
right, next
All
we've
right,
heard of
next
these
up.
guys too.
Who are these guys?
Yeah, so the 89, 90 TG Masters of Race and Lee Petty, and then 89 Winner's Circle Maurice Petty, and you're gonna say, what? Maurice Petty? He was a crew chief, car chief. He wasn't a driver.
But he did drive. He just drove a race or two. It wasn't very many races that he drove, but he found out quickly that racing wasn't his thing and that wrenching was his thing. So
He wasn't a bad driver. He just
no, he
didn't
was
like it.
he just didn't like it. That just wasn't his thing. He just didn't
Right.
want to drive a race car. He would much rather work on the race cars. So that worked out well because now he's a he's a championship winning crew chief, and of course he's Richard's brother. So, but like I said, both of them are in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he had won that mechanic trophy, I think, a few times. So
Yeah, he did.
yeah, he I think he had said he kind of preferred kind of not being the limelight and let Richard have that and work in the background and just work on the engine and the car.
Yeah, like I said, he didn't win. I mean, didn't win. He didn't race in just a handful of races. In fact, I'm going to. I should probably already had Racing Reference up. He had 26 starts, so that was actually more than I thought.
Yeah, both Hall of Famers.
Yep, both Hall of Famers.
And then
All right,
next on our list,
next up, yep, here we go. Lee was lucky; he got to race with both of his boys. Um, of course, Lee, that's the '89 Winner's Circle. And then, of course, we all know about the 72 STP Richard Petty card. That's
yes,
our
we do.
holy grail.
Yep, both in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, both champions.
Yeah, multiple year champions. Yeah.
Yes, they are. That Lee Petty card that has a variation. It's you see where it says with NASCAR on back. There's one without NASCAR on back. Um, I had one for a minute or two, and the USPS lost it. But that's a rare card. And if anybody out there's got one, by the way, I'm your Huckleberry. I am buying.
Yeah, that was a when you found that was pretty interesting. We got to learn a lot about it, but yeah, USPS had different plans. So
Yeah, they sure as heck did. But talking about the one without NASCAR on the back, it's got the photo is cropped just a little bit differently than the one you see on this card, and the backs are a little different as well. The way that they use the fonts and the wording and everything.
yeah, and I think I can't remember where I got this from. If I got it from Maurice himself or Billy Briscoe, is when they were pitching this set to NASCAR at the time. I think they had printed up 100 of the Lee Petties to show NASCAR, and they loved it, except that under the stats, I think it said career stats instead of NASCAR stats on the back, and so that was the only change. So there was like 100 or less of those, and so that's where they came from. And then when they went to when they got approval and they did the whole set, then they all had NASCAR career stats on the back.
That is cool. I had forgot about that you had talked to him about that.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And then last,
Yep, Richard and Kyle.
yeah, from the 1983 Uno Racing set.
Yeah, they both race together, and they're both in the same set together.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but again, going back to these 1983 Unos, we all know how challenging and how tough these cards are to find. As you can see, Richard there is with two, and I say two lovely admirers. and and I don't think you could make a card like that today, honestly.
I was just thinking about it, like Kyle. Kyle won a few races. I think
He did.
was Rockingham was one of his favorite places. I think if I remember when I did the race winners of the day or today in NASCAR history.
Yeah, I think that was one of his favorite tracks. Of course, you see him there. He's got that number one Uno car, which I thought was pretty cool. It's got Uno and STP.
Yeah, I was just seeing the STP. Yeah, I forgot about that. And he's got that haircut there.
Yeah, he looks pretty clean cut right there. He doesn't look like like the hair he's got these days.
Right. So I think, and that's our last of the father son combos.
Yeah, father son combos who have raced together in NASCAR Cup. So that's pretty cool. Thanks again, Jason Freeman, for the suggestion. We really appreciate that. That was good.
Yes, sir.
We one quick thing. We were talking. You and I were talking earlier about fathers and sons that race together, and unfortunately, Kyle never did get to race with Adam. I think that Adam, the one race that Adam was in, Kyle didn't qualify for, and they did not get to race together, which is it's kind of sad.
Oh yeah, totally. If you haven't seen that Petty Blue, make sure you have some tissues around.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that's all we have. So for King's Court.
Yeah, I think it's time to roll the beautiful bean footage. We make it done in an hour.
But before we do, please help us by subscribing and sharing the show.
Please. Thank you very much. All right, this week's King's Court, we're going to start out with honorable mention number 1. This is on the 9th of June. It's a Dale Earnhardt 1996 Press Pass Burning Rubber Authentic Race Used Rubber, number 246 of 500. This card went out for bidding, and it had one bid because somebody wanted this card. And it went for $300, the starting bid. So that was almost like a click.
That's nice.
Yeah, this was like the Burning Rubber 2. This was the second series they did from the original Burning Rubber. But as you may or may not know out there, Press Pass was the very first company to put any type of memorabilia whatsoever on a card, and it was race used tires.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a cool card. I like the way they did that, where they stamped the rubber with the Goodyear #1 eagle. I think that's cool. I wish they would have done more of that going forward in the future, but I like the way they did that.
Yeah, I like this second series better than the first series, but that's just me.
Well, it makes sense the way they did it. They show a tire, a picture of a car with the tire, and they make it, into the rubber. Unlike the other one where it just has a big old circle of rubber on the very first Burning Rubber ones.
Right.
So yeah, cool card.
Yeah. All right.
All right, next up is honorable mention number 2. This is also on the 9th. A lot of stuff on the 9th of June. This is a 2023 National Treasures Richard Petty Daytona Legacy Auto/Mem booklet, number 8 of 10. Now, this card's a beautiful card. It's the first one that I have seen, and I love the way they look.
They did a nice job.
Yes, they did. And you notice on that card how in the place where it folds over, they've also got it printed on that. And I think that's what really makes that card look great.
Totally agree.
If there was a white space there, it wouldn't look near as good. But anyway, they were asking $399.99 for this card. The best offer was not far away from this. It was $350.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
I think $350 is probably a good price for that.
It's a big old swatch too.
It is, man. I love that thing. They look like that may be from his fan appreciation tour suit. Who knows?
Very nice.
All right. So next up is our Joker of the week. This is again on the 9th of June. It's a McDowell Labonte Bodine triple patch race used suits President's Choice 1 of 1 gold. They were asking $250 for this card, and it went for $125. And think of who you got there. You got Michael McDowell. Then you've got Hall of Famer Terry Labonte. Then you've got the Onion, Todd Bodine.
Love those patches. Nice patches.
Yes, those are great patches.
Not just a big swatch, but you got multicolor, and then you have that Bosch from Bodine seals the deal. So,
Well, I would love to know where you could buy a box of these cards because I see them, but I don't know how to buy them. These President's Choice cards, because I know they're unlicensed. I get that.
I think you have to buy them from their website. I think they do like Parkside where they sell it from their own site.
Okay, I'm going to have to check that out. I will check that out, and we will report back on that next week.
Okay.
But yeah, that's a cool card, man. For an unlicensed card, $125. All those things look legit to me, so I think that's pretty neat.
101.
Yep, 101. All right. So next is our Jack of the Week. This was on the 6th of June. It's a 2023 Panini Prism Racing Prismatic Gold Vinyl. We love gold. 1 of 1. Rajah Caruth. I love Rajah. They were asking $299.99 for this 1 of 1. And I want to say that it only went for $180.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, only. I think somebody, given today's climate and how well he's doing, I think that was cheap. I think somebody got a great deal on that card.
Very nice.
I love that card. Yep. So go Rajah. All right. So next, we've got our Queen of the Week. This is actually this was on the 11th of June. It's Haley Deegan, 2020 Panini National Treasures True RPA Rookie Patch Auto, number 13 of 25. They were asking $950 for this card, and somebody said, "Hey, I'll give you $750." And they said, "Hey, okay." So it
Wow.
went for $750 for that.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel.
You
She's
know,
got some collectors, man.
she does have some collectors, her and Danica, even Tony B. But and yeah. But I'm looking at that. I'm trying to figure out where that is. That part of energy, or I don't know. That's not energy. That's I'm not really sure where that is from. So somebody out there, please tell us, because I don't know.
So but I was thinking about that. So 750, but still that is less than 2 boxes of National Treasure.
That's very true. But
So if you were trying, wanting one of these, then your odds are better just to buy it than open 2 boxes. So
absolutely, because we all know how random it can be with National Treasures. So you could get something really, really hot, or you could get something that's a dud. You just don't know what you're going to get. So yeah, great card of Haley Deegan. So congrats to whoever got that.
yeah, nice patch too.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Next up is our King of the Week. This is on the 8th of June, 2018 Panini Racing Certified Kyle Larson Certified Materials Autograph Green 1 of 5. Wow, that's pretty cool.
That is really nice.
Yeah, he's got a pretty good signature too.
Yes, he does. He's been signing that way since his rookie year.
He sure has. But they were asking $600 for this. The best offer was $550.
Nice. That's strong.
That's very strong. But we've talked about it before. He is quickly becoming this generation's Mario Andretti. He really is. He can freaking drive anything. He just can.
Totally agree. If I had to pick somebody to drive in any of these circuits, it'd be him.
No doubt. I mean, I've said it before. You put him in an F1 car, give him a race or two, and he's beating 3/4 of the field.
I would love to see him in a Red Bull or Ferrari. What he could do.
Oh my God, me too. I think he could do great. I think he would just be phenomenal.
And again, we've been kind of keeping tabs on him since 2012, 2013. So
Yeah, for sure. So that's a great card. Um, Whoever got it, I know you're happy to add that to your PC. So that's a cool patch on there too. It's 2 color. I like that card a lot.
very nice.
All right. So next, we've got our
Aflac.
8th of the week. Yeah, it's our 1 of 1. This is on the 12th of June. It's a 2023 Panini Prime Racing. Carl Edwards. We don't talk about him very much because he is kind of, the unicorn, but that's a whole nother discussion. But this is a Prime Jumbo Aflac patch, 1 of 1. They're asking $649.99, and it went for a best offer of $355.
Nice.
Yeah, Aflac.
Exactly. I mean, if you work for that company, man, you'd want this. You want this patch.
That is such a cool patch, and Carl Edwards. Hopefully we will get to see him. And I guess it's in February now when they're going to have the induction ceremony. Hopefully he will be there, and hopefully he's real cool. If we get around him, he'll sign autographs because I know how he is.
I want to tell you when I saw him at the Hall of Fame years ago. When he was driving and they had an event there, and I had him sign one of his rookie cards, and he knew it was his rookie card. I was really impressed.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
You know, you know, I've said it before. He got hosed out of a championship, but that's a discussion for another day. He doesn't say that that's why he left NASCAR, but that has to grate on him a little bit.
Yeah, you can actually hear it when he does his interviews back then that he mentioned that. But it made me think. So you got Ricky Rudd and Carl Edwards. So the two unicorns that
Oh, that's right.
you couldn't really find to get autographs are going to be in the same class.
Yeah, I definitely got to be there with you because trying to get these guys, otherwise you can forget because nobody even knows where Carl Edwards lives. I guess Panini knows, but past that, I mean, nobody knows where he is.
Right. And so that's going to be February 7th.
Yep, can't wait for that. That'll be cool. But yeah, that's a great card, and all I got to say about that is I got two words for you: Affleck.
I knew you were going to go there. So,
All right, so our Baccarat of the week, our F1 card of the week. This was on the 9th of June. A lot of stuff on the 9th. But it's George Russell 2022 Foil Fractor 1 of 1 Mercedes AMG Formula One Racing. They were asking $1,099.99 for this bad boy. And somebody took an offer of $750. So
wow.
it's you know what it is, you know what color it is. We love gold. And I'm looking at that card. He's got his fingers and his hands on his chin, and I'm thinking he's saying, why doesn't McDonald's sell hot dogs? I don't know why.
I thought he was going like, why don't more people watch NasCard radio?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. I should have said that.
So why don't more people subscribe and like
Yes,
to NasCard radio? Okay.
because I like it, and everyone else should like it too. But yeah, that's a great card. I just liked it because of the pose of him contemplating something.
Yeah, it definitely gives it some character.
It does. So I just thought that was a neat card, and it was a 1-1 gold card.
Yep.
All
All
right.
right.
So lastly, our Royal Flush of the Week. This was on the 7th of June. 1988 Max Charlotte, number 99, Dale Earnhardt promo rookie card, SGC 10, Jim Mint, it says. And it also says GOAT. But they were asking $1,199 for this card. And as you can see on the back, Canapolis is spelled correctly. But somebody, guess what, Val? Somebody went click and bought it for $1,199.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't accept a best offer. I would just click it and buy it.
Yeah, I mean SGC 10.
Yeah, that card really looks good in that SGC holder. I know that's weird hearing that from a PSA guy, but I think it looks cool.
The 88 Max look good in those SGC holders. So
They really do. So yeah, that's a great card. So whoever got that and has got that in their PC now, you did good.
yeah, that's a nice one.
All right. So that's it. That's all I got, man.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Our last but not least is our NasCar Radio Crew Member of the Week.
Yes, we have our crew member of the week, and it is Justin Schaefer. And you may know him as Charm City Graphs on Twitter. And he's also Charm City Autograph 6888 on YouTube. And he does a lot of videos. He's pretty prolific on the NASCAR videos. He does a lot of NASCAR videos on pack breaks and box breaks and things like that. As you can see, he's really a huge TTM guy. So he does a lot of through the mail, mostly racing, some baseball, I think. But like I say, he does a ton of TTM. I would love to get back into the TTM game. Just you and I've talked about it, Val. It's amazing how for somebody who doesn't have a job, how busy you can be.
Well, or if you have a
Find a
job, how
job
busy
and
you
all
are.
the other
So
stuff.
yeah. Well, I will say we kind of went through that years ago. I got all those long boxes full of autos and stuff, man. It's like
Yep. But
burn through all my old cards, whatever, and getting everything autographed.
But Justin, he also does some mail day videos and things like that. So, like I said, he's pretty prolific out there on the internet. And if he's got a Instagram page, I apologize. I don't do Instagram, so I don't know what that would look like. But I do follow him on Twitter. He follows both of us. But he's a great guy. He's a great friend of the show. Great friend all around. I'm hoping to see him. I think he's going to be traveling through Memphis in a few weeks. So hopefully I'll get to see him, and maybe he can come up here and see the stock car museum for the clutter that it is. but yeah, thanks Justin. We appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, big promoter of NasCard trading cards. So
Indeed, he does a great job. He's always getting something almost every day. It's amazing. Him and Kyle Katz, man, both those guys just get a lot of they're killing it.
Awesome stuff. So I think that's all we have. Any other shout outs or anything else besides the obvious to
Yes, please help, please.
So we appreciate it if you subscribe and share the show.
Yeah, we'd appreciate it really. In all seriousness, yeah, we would really appreciate that a lot. Couple hashtags for you. Hashtag RCHOF for Racing Card Hall of Fame. You can check out the Racing Card Hall of Fame at racingcardhof.com. Hashtag, here we go. You ready for it? Hashtag, we love gold. You want to see how long I can do that? I know what you're doing. How long can you say gold?
Well, if you must know, I'm working on getting to the outro, so
got
that
it.
when you're done with your stuff, we can sign off. We're already over an hour, but
yeah, we're just barely over an hour. We're doing pretty good.
I have to scroll up a little bit for the.
Oh, okay, got it. We love gold. Yeah,
because that's under the images, and then the other part is under the video clip. So
got it.
But everybody else didn't want to know that. So.
Yeah, yeah. So hashtag Slabfire and Ty freaking Gibbs, and that's all I got, man. Let's go.
All right. Again, thanks for everybody for watching, listening to the show. Those that are listening to the podcast, got some races coming up this weekend. Everybody have a safe weekend, and we'll catch everybody next week. So we're out of here.